Settled in 1736 and organized as a county in 1781, Campbell County was named for a Revolutionary War hero, General William Campbell. For centuries, tobacco was a mainstay in the farm economy here. Today, Campbell farmers raise mostly row crops and beef cattle. You could even say they are bullish on cattle.
There is some tobacco still today, but not as much as it used to be. As far as what we do, we raise cattle, and predominantly what we do is raise bulls. We'll raise about 400 bulls a year and sell them to purebred and commercial producers around the county, the state, and the country. And we do that through 2 bull sales a year, and it keeps us plenty busy.
We have a whole diversity of row crops, cattle, and also gardeners, which is very important to me. We have a whole lot of gardeners in Campbell County too that sells at these farm markets and all, and that is produce from the farm right straight to the consumer.
Farms in Campbell County generate $24.2 million in farm income every year. About half of that comes from cattle sales, which account for $12.8 million in cash receipts. Much of the farmland is used for forage for cattle. Corn, soybeans, tobacco, and wheat are also part of the landscape. Dairy farms and goat, hog, poultry, and sheep farms round out the livestock sector.
We're in an area where you've got row crops, you've got tobacco, you've got cattle, you've got hay. So it's just a lot of diversity here. You know, you go a couple hours to the east and it's mainly row crops. So you go a couple hours to the west of us, it's mainly cattle. So we're kind of right in that zone where you get a little bit of everything.
Lynchburg is the state's 12th largest city, and the area is steeped in rural tradition. But even here, consumers, especially young children, are unaware of the importance of agriculture in their lives. That's why the Campbell County Farm Bureau Women's Committee hosted a Bluegrass Festival in the spring of 2018 to raise funds for the Virginia Ag in the Classroom program.
There are a number of folks who are about 3 generations removed from the family farm, and so really do not have a lot of knowledge about what goes on the farm. And so Ag in the Classroom exists to fill the gap with that education.
The number of farms in Campbell County increased in recent years as small farmers and the local foods movement have taken hold. Roby says that and the constant improvements in farm technology give him hope for the future.
You know, I can go way back to where we used to plow with the horse. I was brought up in that area. And we have gone from that to the tractor, and also from the tractor to the computer in the tractors and all. And that have saved a whole lot.
From a cropping standpoint, we've seen a lot of advances with their GMOs to where we can efficiently crop more acres with fewer man hours, and it also is better for the soil. We don't have to till as much. We don't have to control weeds in different manners other than a simple application of spray. And from a cattle standpoint, we have better tools to predict genetic progress and economically relevant traits, more so than somebody going out into a pasture and saying that one looks good, I'd like to buy that one. We can describe our cattle with numbers and figures and genetic tools.
Bennett says whether they raise crops, cattle, or vegetables, the farmers of Campbell County stay in agriculture because they love what they do. And that is to provide wonderful food for the county, nation, and even the world.
Whether you're growing peppers in the garden, or you're growing a calf or a corn crop or whatever you might be doing, that is a rewarding experience because it doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, it takes persistence, and ultimately down the road you'll have a reward.
In Campbell County, Virginia, I'm Dave Miller.